For centuries, the lives of human beings have been established around a series of rituals. These rituals have been studied by scientists to better understand human behavior. In a small, quiet little town, one of these rituals has become an established practice. The underlying goal of this ritual? To find a mate. Scientists have classified the several main stages of this beloved tradition. Every week, on the 5th and 6th days, young women gather together in their private habitats. They undergo extensive preparation in an attempt to attract the ideal mate. The women apply paint to their faces and burn their hair into a desirable shape. Once they feel they have successfully prepared for the ritual, they all meet in the town's main congregation area. The males and females all choose a particular building for which they use the term nightclub in order to achieve this process of getting maggot. Scientists chose this particular term after overhearing it in one of these nightclubs, whilst doing research, of course. The process of getting maggot alters the behavior of the young men and women, and they begin to socialize more freely. This is vital for the success of the next stage. This is perhaps one of the most important parts of a ritual. The females will attempt to attract the male species through a series of impromptu dance movements. Scientists have interpreted this to be some form of mating call. The male attempts to single a female out using a series of grinding movements. Scientists have concluded that the male uses such a strategy due to a lack of verbal communication skills. If the female does not instantly reject him, he will attempt to lure her away from the group. If these steps have been successful, the male and female will exchange electronic communication numbers that allow them to avoid further face-to-face communication until required. The females have a certain number of rules that must be applied to whilst the ritual is taking place. The most important of these is that any one of the young females must be accompanied by several other young females when going to the toilet. It is customary for the women to then spend up to at least 10 minutes convincing each other that they do not look disgusting in that. The end of the ritual approaches. The young males and females must now pair up for the night and head back to their private habitats. The young males and females' survival skills are then truly tested whilst fighting one another for a form of transportation and fighting their own biological need to sleep. For years, scientists have studied this fascinating ritual and are no closer to understanding its significance. They have, however, said this: we can only assume that it serves a positive role in human evolution. Human beings are perplexing and complex creatures, and we are really just not sure anymore. Why don't you figure it out? I'm going to go live in Tahiti and drink cocktails from a coconut.